Hello everyone and welcome to Bedtime Podcast, where today we're going to be going over a bit and just talking over some stuff and news that's just been going on recently. So recently, well, I've just been checking the Hitman's Bodyguard movie coming out very soon. It's apparently only in cinemas now. It just came out actually. Apparently it just came out in cinemas. It just came out. It's pretty impressive. Now I wanted to go on the topic of the Minecraft Twitter community, and I think that's how we're gonna start off this little podcast here. I don't want to make anyone mad, so I'm gonna keep it very neutral towards different audiences and different views with different views of what people have. But basically, what's happened inside the Minecraft Twitter community recently is quite, I don't know how to say it, but quite disgusting, I guess. Mostly, I don't really like the term stan as much, but mostly the Tommy in it. So, I'm sure you've heard of him. It was actually quite recent this happened, but he basically got bullied off of Twitter for making a joke towards J-Slat. Now I'm gonna try to find the joke right now. See if we can find it. So he made this is the one. This is a reply to Dream, but I don't think I will be able to find the full one. But this is it here. This is Tommy in it, by the way, replying to Dream. They included a few J-Slap moments in the video. Do they not know of his wrongdoings? Do they not know? I'm not happy, Dream. If you don't know who Dream is, yeah, that's what he tweeted out. If you don't know who Dream is, he is probably like the biggest Minecraft YouTuber. He basically, like, he's pretty freaking big if you take it, like, you can actually just look in Twitter or YouTube or Instagram if he has it alone and see he has a lot of followers and a lot of connections through a lot of big other YouTubers. So obviously he has a big network and he has a lot of, well, he doesn't use it, but he has a lot of power towards his fans who look up to him. So when you take that power, you sort of when you take that power and you use it for your own benefit, or you use it to protect yourself or any type of way, it could lead, like, it will lead down a bad path, and really, even if you have a big audience, it will lead, like, pretty freaking bad. Now, I don't know really how J-Slat kind of ties into the full Minecraft universe or community. I think he joined the SMP once, and he played with everyone, but that's it. I don't really know the rest, but that's how apparently that's why he's associated with all these different type of Minecraft YouTubers. But yeah, apparently Tommy in it not going on Twitter anymore. He, by what I've heard by Moist Critical, he said he had to get therapy, and he had anxiety from the whole dilemma, which is it's very concerning how much power these stands have over their own creators, and what they can do to their own creators, and how freely they do, like how freely these type of people do it, and it's very concerning it's very concerning. So yeah, it freaks me out. Like, you grow a platform and you can't get rid of. There's no way you can get rid of the, like, there's no way you can get rid of those stands. In no way you can. They're going to be there for the rest of your career. But you can lower that number by saying you don't support them. But these Minecraft YouTubers are definitely way too scared to actually go up against that and take those stands out of the community, because I think they might get cancelled or stuff like that. But all you have to do is make an announcement on Twitter that you don't want these toxic fans inside your community anymore, and they will continue, but you can lower that number by saying you don't want these mentally unhealthy people reviewing this, and that they need to seek help or something like that. Like, they need to get off their phones and maybe step on some grass. Like, this is, yeah, like, it's very, like, it's a big topic for people, especially for celebrities, when they have these things. Now, this is I think these stands are very quite new. It's not a new thing. It's not a new thing. Sorry, let me repeat that. It's not a new thing, but because Eminem, if you've ever heard his song "Stan," it's very popular. You've probably heard it, or maybe not. I don't know. But a stan. I think the term of it was created from that song. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. But it was never such a big issue till now. The issue of stands have never been so big. It was back when Eminem made that song, when he created the term, people, I assume he created the term, there wasn't as many over exaggerated fans than there are now. And considering that back then you had to write letters to people to interact with them, a lot of people couldn't do that. So there wasn't as much hatred on those there wasn't as much hatred on those bigger creators. But now that everyone has Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, a lot of these people and a lot of these unhealthy people have the chance and the power to all come together into one community and form it into a toxic community. And they just bring in more and more people, normal people, into this not safe environment. And I'm gonna be honest, it's a very small percentage of people. It's not the whole fan base. It's a very small percentage of people, but at the same time, it's very concerning how it does grow very widely though. And just making someone quit off Twitter alone, someone with, let me address this. Tommy Innit had 2.6 million followers, and he still has his Twitter up, but he has 2.6 million followers. That's quite insane, and I can say it's a small percentage of people who are following Tommy doing this, but a small percentage out of 2.6 million people is a lot of people. That's a lot of people who are just unhealthy, unhealthily, I don't know how to pronounce that, sorry, unhealthily, obsessed with Tommy in it. Bringing, so, yeah, it doesn't kind of matter, like, it's not good. Like, I think people gotta sort of figure out their own schedules instead of spending hours and hours on Twitter, like, or Instagram or YouTube watching these people. And it's healthy to watch your favorite creators just for a little bit. You can watch a video or two, maybe 3 videos, 4 videos, but it begins to become unhealthy when you decide to either go on their other social medias or just go in the comments of those social medias and start being toxic to the creator because they did something you didn't like. So that's, yeah, it's definitely a big issue. But making someone quit of Twitter for that, I don't know how to explain it. It's, yeah, making someone quit of Twitter for something that's that bad. Making someone quit of Twitter just for bullying them off it. It's not good, especially when they're a creator that big. And as I said before, it might be a small percentage of 2.6 million, but still, a small percentage of 2.6 million is a lot. And if they have that power to take someone off the platform that about one tweet they said that wasn't even offensive, it was just an inside joke with their friend. They have the power to take off people off this site, even when they don't have the power. You see what I mean? They have the power in a group of people. It's such a large group. As I said, a small group of 2.6 million. That's a large group alone, especially if you count his subscribers. That's a large group. So yeah, it's it's definitely how people. Now it's good for people to come together and do these things, and yes, it's good to build a community about it. But it's when the community becomes toxic and all this type of stuff happens, where someone gets bullied that much, even if they're the creator, they get bullied that much, to the point they just quit, and that confuses me a lot. How these groups of people have this type of power to do that, but yeah, I don't know what to say. It's very consuming, and it's very concerning to the future of Minecraft entertainment alone, and just everything, all the entertainment alone, everything is going to be affected by this. It's not just going to be Minecraft and BTS. See, BTS, it started off with BTS, but it's spreading. You can tell it spreads to different platforms. These toxic communities, it spreads, and it spread to Minecraft from BTS, and it's going to spread to more. You don't know, maybe it might spread to the fucking Roblox community next, which is just full of 8-year-olds. But they could find out what Twitter is and follow all these people from the Minecraft community. It will spread, and it'll continue to spread to different communities. Different bigger communities, not sub communities, bigger communities. And it will continue to spread if these big creators just decide to. It will continue to spread unless these big creators decide to, like, fight back or do something about it. So yeah, it's I don't know what to say, really. It's just left me speechless throughout the whole thing. Yeah, it's definitely a big issue. And with entertainment alone, you might not even have these creators anymore. They might be stuck to YouTube now, and They won't have anyone to. They won't even freaking. They won't even have Discord anymore. By the hopes of it, like, what if their messages get leaked and they leave Discord? You know, like, yeah, but that's sort of. It's to me. I don't know what to say about it. It's left me speechless. But yeah, I think it's a big issue. It needs to be fixed. That has been different things about, Dream. He confessed to cheating on a Minecraft speedrun. Typically, that was a big issue. That was a bit ago though. It was around a week ago from now, I think. But it's still talked about. Still very talked about right now. Yeah. So it kind of just got brushed off. But I think I want to bring up the topic how a lot of these creators who were part of the Dream SMP, a lot of them, well, not part of the Dream SMP, a lot of these creators who went against Dream, and, oh yeah, a lot of people who went against Dream, exposing him for cheating, a lot of them, apparently, by the looks of it, if you go into the comments, like the replies of Dream's tweet, where he confessed, a lot of them got death threats, a lot of them got bullied constantly, and told to kill themselves. That's the power these stands have, and that's not just one or two people. That's the whole toxic group of people doing this. That's only the toxic group though, but still at the same time, if you take in the whole Minecraft community together, and then you take out that tiny group of toxic users, that's a big group alone. You take in everyone, okay, every single follower of the Minecraft community, alright, there's going to be someone, a group of people who are going to take advantage of the viewership, and take advantage of their role as a fan to become toxic and take control of the creator themselves just by using Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube alone. But yeah, well, we'll get back on to the Dream topic right now. Yeah, he did cheat. It didn't really ruin my day. I didn't really get a care or give two shits. But it's still, like, it's still being talked about, and I think I wanted to address it. That he did cheat in the Minecraft speedrun, but he never confessed at the start, and he said he has, ADHD or anxiety or something, which affected his, which affected him to actually tweet out normally, because he actually explained that he usually goes crazy when someone calls him out, because obviously when someone calls you out for something, you're gonna get a bit, like, crazy, aren't you? So obviously, understandingly, Dream went crazy about it on Twitter, and I can understand that. Like, if you, I can understand that if you got called out on Twitter, I mean, and it got big, the tweet got big, and a lot of people talk about it, you might get a bit, like, worried, and you might be growing a bit of anxiety on yourself. And you just come out with random tweets immediately after it comes out because you feel like you need to make a response. But the fact is, Dream did check his mod folder, but he never revealed it at the start. But he never said anything about it and continued to lie. Unless he didn't check his mod folder. But the thing is, he got called out for the mod folder. At least by my knowledge, he did get called out for the mod folder. So, it's so to me, you'd think the first thing you check is the mod folder, right? And I'm guessing he probably did check that, didn't he? But yeah, I'm not gonna get. I didn't really get that mad over it. It was just a super little event that happened. It was just something that happened, and I think it's time the internet might have to get over it now. But there also is one more thing I need to talk to about it. Is that the abuse didn't um people who went against him got, the people who actually, the moderators of the speedrunning Minecraft speedrunning stuff, they got a lot of backlash and a lot of backlash by what I mean. Yeah, a lot of backlash. Like death threats I'm talking about, I explained this before. But if you're the one doing this and you're the one sending death threats to people, please stop. Like, actually stop. It's like, it's not good for your health. And it's not good for the person who's receiving itself. And you're not helping the situation by doing that, you're just making it worse. So if you're doing that, please don't be toxic at all. Just respect people's opinions, and respect if someone thinks it's something. You don't have to go out of your way to completely destroy that person's ideology, how they think. Um, yeah, but I think I think it's just a bit interesting how a lot of these moderators got attacked, and yeah, I it was just very interesting to me. But yeah, I think people need to chill a bit. To me, it's just really. To me, it's just. To me, it was a big issue. It wasn't a huge issue, but it was a reasonably sized issue. For the Minecraft community at least. But it didn't affect how I thought or how I lived. For other people, it did, because they are that obsessed with these creators. But it didn't affect me at all. Like, I just thought, well, damn, this guy cheated. This guy cheated at a game, and you never thought about it. And even when these people received death threats, Dream never stopped. And yeah, yeah. So that's all I can say right now. I don't know what else to say about it. It's kind of caught me off guard about all this different stuff that's been happening. But if you're one of these toxic people, stop. Just stop being toxic. Let the creators do what they want to do. And if you're not toxic, I don't know. Keep doing what you're doing. But anyways, this is no hate to dreams. No hate to dream stands. I just it's just unhealthy, to be honest. But yeah. Well, I guess that's the end of this. This was a small podcast. There's not really much to talk about in the Minecraft community, really at all. At all, really. It's just not much. So it came to a very small podcast, around 24 minutes. But if you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like. But yeah, if you want more, I like doing these little areas where I just like talking late at night. Um, yeah. So that's sort of what we got. And there's not much to talk about, but I'll definitely be covering more news or topics later on in the future. But yeah, I like these little bits where I just get to talk and talk about stuff that, just talk about stuff that interests me, and yeah, and stuff, yeah, just interests me. So anyways, I'll see ya in the next podcast. Leave a like, leave a comment what you want me to do next, and I really appreciate it. Bye.